Hi everybody, it's Anya, the adult doll and toy collector. Welcome back to the small plastic world. I finally completed the very last sock sweater for the 2023 holiday season. First up, we have this really neat candy cane sock. I grabbed this right away because of the color. It's kind of almost like a pistachio green color, and I think that's kind of unusual for this time of year because normally we get a darker green. I believe I got this sock at Five Below. And here is the sweater I made. I followed the directions almost exactly, except for the waistband. As usual, I went rogue and did my own little waistband. I didn't want to sacrifice this part of this sock in case I wanted to make another sweater. The sweater looks the same in the back, and the sleeves do have the pattern, but looking at this now, I wish I had sewn them so you could see the candy canes a little better on the arms. But that's okay. If I do another one, I will learn from this one. Next, we've got a Dollar Tree knee-high sock. It's red with a nice depiction of Santa. The sock is the same on both sides, but because this part was long, I had to make it a little bit longer. So I made yet another sock sweater dress. I used the extra part of this sock that I cut off to make the bottom portion. I did make the sleeves a little too wide. I should have tapered them more. Again, lessons learned for next time. It looks the same in the back. I think it looks nice, like a big, comfy, cozy sweater dress to throw on and hang out on the long winter nights. Dollar Tree also came out with this knee-high sock. As you can see, it looks a lot like the previous sock, but it is different. For one thing, it's plain on the back, so the Santa is only on one side of this sock. And not only are the colors different, but this picture of Santa is bigger on the gray sock, and the words ho 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 on the gray sock are much bigger than the words ho 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 on the red sock. So because this was even bigger and longer, I had to make this longer. So I made Camp Teresa yet another sweater dress. Everything is kind of larger, so it slightly put the Santa face over to the side a little bit more than I might have liked, and then the words are a little cut off. So if I had to do this over, I would cut the sock a little differently so that Santa's face was just a little bit more in the center. One thing to point out is the permanently bent arms on these more vintage dolls make them a little bit harder to dress when you have to pull it over their head and push their arm through. So if you were making these maybe for like a kid or somebody impatient like I am, it might be easier to cut them in the back and put a little Velcro just to make it slightly easier to dress the dolls. And because the sock was plain in the back, we have a plain back to the dress. Here are the two sweater dresses together. The red dress is quite a bit shorter, but otherwise they are pretty similar. And last, but certainly not least, Dollar Tree produced one of the cutest socks I have ever seen in my entire life this year. I only ever saw this particular pair. I looked and looked because I wanted a pair for myself to wear. I never found them again. Look at this snowman. Oh, it's so cute. The earmuffs are actually fuzzy. And look at this striped scarf, the skating. I thought about it and I realized if I bought a pair for myself, I would wear them and eventually they would wear out and I would have to throw them away. But if I buy them and make them into doll sweaters, then they will be around for a long, long time because the dolls are not so hard on clothes. This was the first time that I had used a short sock like this. And one challenge is that there isn't enough material for sleeves. I came up with this. One other thing that was challenging is the neck. I had to cut this part off completely and then just reattach it to make the neck. I think I goofed and I made this a little too close together. So if I do another one, I will leave a little extra space. And then I took some of the leftover red, white, and green striped part of the sock from part 1 to use as the sleeves because I thought it kind of echoed the red and green stripes on the scarf. It's a little longer. I didn't want to cut part of the snowman off. The back looks the same, but I definitely made a mistake here and it's way too close. So I put the sweater on so that this part was on the back of the doll. And I did fix that hair. The only thing I do regret now is the waistband. I thought using a piece of this would work out okay, but you can really see it on camera. They're just two different shades of gray. Live and learn. I think maybe the smarter thing to do would have been to try to use some of this striped fabric as a waistband, maybe fold it in such a way that it was red here at the bottom. So if I do another one, that's probably what I'll do. So how about you? Are your dolls ready for the holidays? Do you put your dolls in sweaters and kind of cozy winter kind of wear? Or are your dolls already ready to hit the beach and go on a tropical vacation? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me to check out part 2 of my sweater and sweater dress sewing extravaganza for holiday 2023. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And if you have, thank you very much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.